It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's student commencement speaker, Marcus Paulsen. Marcus was chosen for this honor by his class because he exemplifies the spirit and public service ethos of the LBJ School. Marcus.
Thank you so much. Dr. Simmons, Dean Hutchings, Associate Dean Stolp, beloved faculty and staff, family, friends, ushers, parking lot attendants, squirrels on campus, turtles in the pond, grackles and raccoons, I'm sure, any other non-human animals. Welcome to the LBJ 2015 commencement ceremony, and thank you so much for being here. And welcome to Austin. What a wonderful city. We really enjoy having you here. We know that you had a lot of brunch options today, so we thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us. I am Marcus Paulsen, and I have the distinct privilege of being the LBJ 2015 class commencement speaker. As a native Texan, I feel that I have a lot in common with President Johnson, but most notably, we are actually both 6'4" tall. As some of you may know, LBJ used his height as a mechanism to help compel others to do oftentimes what he wanted, and this became known notoriously as the LBJ lean. Now, when I tried to do the LBJ lean to Pat Wong, he asked me to leave his office, so I still have a lot of learning to do. As graduates of the LBJ School of Public Affairs, we have so much to be thankful for, and I want to take a moment to mention some of the folks here today. First, I want to mention our speaker, Dr. Simmons. Dr. Simmons served as an administrator at numerous universities before becoming president of Smith College and later Brown University. She's received numerous awards, including the Centennial Medal from Harvard University and the Susan Culver Rosenberger Medal from Brown, that university's highest faculty honor. Dr. Simmons is so accomplished that were one to tell me she actually had the power of flight and fought social injustice by night, I would probably believe them. In fact, I do actually think you probably do that. So thank you for being here, and we look forward to your words. Of course, I must also mention our own beloved dean, Robert Hutchings. He's been the guiding force of this school for the last 6 years, and we thank you deeply for your service and for developing the next generation of policy leaders. So thank you so much for being here as well. I would also like to give a special thanks to our staff here at the LBJ School. Thank you so much for your hard work in making this institution run smoothly and always being there when we needed you. And of course, I would like to give a special thanks to our professors and all the faculty members here at the LBJ School. We have learned immensely from you over the last 2 years. For that, you have our sincere gratitude. And I'd also especially like to mention Pat Wong, Catherine Weaver, and Victoria Rodriguez for serving as our various degree advisors. Thank you so much for all that you do. And finally, let us thank and remember President Johnson and Lady Bird Johnson. Though they are not here with us today, we remember them and we honor their legacy. So thank you to all of you. I'm particularly excited to be here today, mostly because it's just been the dream of a lifetime to speak at a lectern. If I could get one of these with wheels on it, you'd never see me speaking without one, am I right? And remember, this is a lectern, not a podium. A podium is the thing you stand on. This is one of the many things I've learned here at the LBJ School. Also, as an aside, it's a rough job market out there, graduates, so be the guy that takes a podium to your job interview. It'll help set you apart from the pack. It's a rough job market. When the class voted for me to be commencement speaker, I was told that they wanted something serious that people would enjoy, but that a lot of people would also laugh at. So I was planning to just read part of the Affordable Care Act. After some thought, though, I decided to go with something less controversial. We have worked very hard over the last few years. We've spent countless hours and numerous numerous late nights at school, the Schoolhouse Pub down the street. It's this wonderful bar. It was one of our favorites. I'm just kidding. We had lots of favorites all over town. So if anybody needs happy hour recommendations, please see one of us. Our time here has seen great changes in the world as well. We've seen the swift land grab of a territory by a forceful and autocratic government that has resulted in still unresolved skirmishes. I'm, of course, talking about the annexation of most of our C-lot parking by the university. I'm proud of that one. We've also had to face some harsh realities, such as learning that the Bush School is surprisingly more athletic than one would think. But despite these challenges, we will resolve anew to make the world a better place and, of course, win next year's softball tournament. And I say these things in the spirit of lightheartedness. I feel so privileged to be a part of a school and a master's program that not only celebrates unique personalities, but also rewards them. I've laughed immensely during my time here, which I think is a reflection of the optimistic and hopeful spirits of my classmates and our professors. And so I say personally, thank you to all of you for the wonderful memories. As our friends and family gather here today to watch us, they may be wondering, who exactly is the LBJ class of 2015? Well, besides being incredibly attractive, we're a lot of things. We are new parents and soon-to-be parents. I'm looking at Nkechi, Allison, I think Jeremy, there's others. We're also young fiancés like Paul Gainey and Maya Perez. Now here's a fun fact. Paul and Maya actually met in Dr. Matt's IEM class. So after we learned that they were dating, we calculated their Z-score to prove that they do have a statistically significant relationship. Also, if they ever do decide to have a baby, it would be an LBJ School class of 2015 super baby, so we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. But we are a lot of things. We are Teach for America alumni and Peace Corps volunteers. We are Wrangell Fellows and Bosch Fellows. We are teachers. We're energy enthusiasts. We are social entrepreneurs. We are activists. We're both urbanists and agriculturalists. We are technology gurus. We're writers. We are artists. We are multilingual, and most importantly, we're all policy aficionados. And while we are all of these things, we are also people that care about others, people that care about our communities, and people that care about solutions to our biggest problems. Have no doubt, the problems we face are huge. The path forward is difficult. Global climate change looms as one of the greatest problems of the 21st century. The rise of religious extremism across the world is of great concern. Even 50 years after President Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act into law, we still see social injustice against minority communities that we cannot seem to end. Our politics have become more divided than ever. There's a consistent struggle to get anything done in our polarized elected bodies. And to solve many of our society's most daunting problems, we will have to work together. In our years at LBJ, we have learned a lot of things, but perhaps the most important thing we have learned is not to fear the problems we face. While we respect these problems and understand them to be profound, we also believe that we can be pragmatic about them. Solutions do exist or can be found. We can develop an effective path forward and act. And if I speak more broadly about the generation of young adults alive today, I refuse to believe that we are a generation of inaction. I refuse to believe that we aren't able to deal with the challenges of this century, and I refuse to believe that we are a group of can't-do people. I refuse this because the people in front of me today, my classmates, those people that care, are profoundly committed to solving our community's greatest problems. They are committed to making the world a better place. They are committed, quite honestly, to all of you in this room. I've worked beside them, and I know this to be true. And so I believe that there is cause for great hope in this world. For it is not just the depth of the minds of my classmates that are here today, but also the depth of their hearts. So to conclude, I say again, thank you. Thank you for helping us. Thank you for believing in us. and thank you so much for working with us. I truly believe that the graduates here before you today will make the world a better place. And as we leave, I say with all honesty, I wish I could take this lectern with me. Thank you so much and congratulations. Hook 'em horns!